I'm doing it again. I have another couple of bits for my variety show that I've begun recording. The first of which, there was a bill passed somewhere that allows alcoholic ice cream. Good for whoever wanted that passed. Weird that there was a law prohibiting it in the first place. I'm a little undecided here. Alcohol, great. Ice cream, the older I get, the less I like it, but great. Together, is it great or is it disgusting? I don't know. My initial reaction is, why do we need that? It seems like we've been getting on pretty well for long enough without that. There are cold alcoholic beverages at your disposal. In fact, I think most people prefer their alcoholic beverages cold. So why you have to then add the dessert element to it? I don't know. I get margarita. I get like alcoholic popsicle. But alcoholic ice cream sounds like eggnog, which also sounds weird. Milk and alcohol? Yeah, that sounds like some weird way I would... That sounds like a high school concoction, like something you and your friends fucking make to disguise the alcohol in a jug of milk or something. Good lord, that sounds disgusting. Next up. High school kids having to wear their uniforms at home. I heard this. I have a sibling who's in high school. I'm going to have to get a first-hand account of this when she begins. They want them to wear uniforms at home. This is so funny. It's not even funny. It's just me. All right, I can assure you what I'm about to say isn't going to be funny. On one hand, the high schooler in me is like, yeah, no, I'm not wearing a uniform at home. I'm wearing my pajamas. On the other hand, as an adult, I'm like, I would wear a uniform at home without going to class if somebody gave one to me. Uniforms are I had uniforms all throughout my education up until college, and I gotta say I prefer the uniform night and day. I don't like dressing myself now. Uniforms are sick. Anybody who says like, oh my god, a uniform, you have no idea what that shit is adding to your life. Order, rationality, routine, a sense of place, balance, cleanliness. Walking around in fucking pajamas every day, I'll tell you right now, that shit gets quick fast. Really depressing. So for you high schoolers out there watching this, I'm on the side of the I'm on the side of the adults for this one. Wear your fucking uniform. What's next? A Japanese film I have a vague recollection of. I saw a picture from this movie. And I started thinking, I'm like, I recognize that. I kind of know what it's about. What the fuck was that film? Someone posted a picture from it, and I remember, like, the premise is about this girl who, for horrible reasons, I'm sure, all of those movies, not all of them, but let's just say there's a lot of sexual deviancy. They don't really shy away from incest, for instance, which I'm pretty sure this film must have an element of. Right, because I remember it's about a girl who keeps like her dad or her grandfather, an older person in any case, whose limbs she cut off and tongue she cut out in a flour sack in her apartment in order to torture him for eternity. And the way she feeds him is by eating something and then vomiting it into a doggy bowl and then letting him suck it up. And wow, when I'm saying this, I'm like, that's really fucked up. But the memory of this movie today was so funny to me. Because I saw this image and I'm like, oh, Japanese movie. What was that about? Oh yeah, what the fuck? Because when I watched it, I was like, oh yes, of course, movies. And then thinking back on it, I'm like, it's so out of this world hilarious conceptually that I'm surprised that they pulled it off. All right. My next topic, opinions. I'm sick of them. And for my last topic, FM radio, or radio in general. I'm a radio person. Or I don't listen to it every day, but I always come back to it. I've always come back to FM radio, trying to get into AM radio for the news and the weather. But FM radio, baby. There's nothing quite like it. Very magical. I recommend it. I feel like, what was that fucking movie, Vanishing Point? That movie with the dude with that awful, afro. He's wearing his like leather bracelets. It was like such an unhit movie, even though it's like proclaimed as like art house, whatever. It was so uncool. It was, oh my god. Whatever. It was worth watching, but one of the main characters is like this blind mystic DJ, you know, who senses our main character's troubles, and he's like, I know what you're going through, man, you gotta keep on riding. And while the character, yeah, is pretty, they don't make him like that anymore, I'll tell you that. When I listen to FM radio, I'm like, okay, so they were onto something there a little bit. It wasn't entirely an awful caricature of the Black Mystic. It was, yeah, like this sense of like late night, like I know people are tuning in and telling people what they need to hear. I really like it. FM radio is so fucking cool. People should get into it. People should donate to it.